Hey everybody, happy opening day.
It's the outfits.
Yes, we hope that you're all either currently, no, they couldn't currently be watching a baseball game right now.
No, it's not until 7 o'clock our time.
No, but what about like the Midwest? Like grandma's gonna watch the Cubs versus the Rangers. Yay, my mom is actually getting into the spirit of things. So happy about that.
Spirit
Okay,
things.
we were just over on Instagram talking about this, getting a little practice, and then he's like this, wait, what? We gotta say all that again? Yeah, we do. But what's funny is he started irritating me talking about John Rockefeller. So hopefully he won't pull any of those shenanigans again. So my son is brilliant. Everyone needs a brilliant child. And yeah, scooch you over, just so they can see. They don't need to see me.
There we go.
This is my son Zion, for those of you guys who don't know. Zion is, we homeschool all 5 of our children. And here's the deal. He is self-taught pretty much, right?
Right.
Started reading, taught himself to read Calvin and Hobbes. Hence why we...
And astronomy.
Oh, and astronomy. Pardon. Pardon.
There's a little more sophisticated.
Yeah.
A little.
Anyway. And all that to say, he's always been fascinated by science. And so what's cool is as we've gotten into essential oils, he has learned really a lot of the things on his own. I've had him, like there was, remember that time where I said, hey, watch this video, see if it makes sense. Or what, and it was a scientist explaining what essential oils do in the body. Versus what medicine, right? And then you would come and teach classes with me. So if any of you guys were with us way back in the day, where he would...
Back in the day.
Yeah, way back when you were just a little guy, maybe even 11. It was after Sayla was born, so maybe 12. So when Zion was about 12, he would come and teach classes for us, with us rather, that portion, just before when we could, treat, cure, and diagnose all the things, I'd be like, hey, tell him what the oils do in the body. So he does a lot of videos for us on our usage group. He will help, he helped us teach a class on Saturday, the one at the library.
Yeah.
And so some of you guys have asked, we'd love to hear what he has to say. I'm on because I love being on camera.
Photogenic much?
Totally. I'm like, hi, it's me. And I like to be with him. And also I like to keep him in line because otherwise he might go off into a tangent about God knows what.
Or I might say something non-compliant because I personally prefer to stick it to the FDA.
Stick it to the FDA. I like that. You're hilarious.
Thank you.
Okay, so the biggest thing people ask is, so if you don't use essential oils, a lot of people are like, I've seen this really stupid post going around, with the whole anti-vax thing and everything about polio, measles, mumps, they're these big army guys compared to essential oils, likening it to some little chip that can just pop off. I'm like, you're a total idiot if you think that, number one, because it's just, disease is just, it's dis-ease. It's a condition in the body, right? It's
right. Right. Your body is meant to be able to, your body can naturally take care of diseases on its own, but if your body's in a weakened state, it won't be able to do as effectively. So, granted, you might feel some of the effect of disease if you're not vaccinated, you go walk into a building full of people with measles, then good chance you're gonna get measles. And feel the effects. Right? No matter what. You
can, however, see, now I knew this was going to happen.
What?
We totally disagree on vaccines, by the way.
Yeah.
But that's okay. But it's not, Zion has a really good perspective. So my son, I will say, if I can't sing his praises enough, I will say he has a really good balanced view. More so than crazy me sometimes. Because I'm like, dude, you had cancer. I'm a little I'm a little anti anything chemical synthetic in your body. So on that note, you think about prevention, heading something off of the path. And to me, that's where I like to, that's why I do oils, that's why we eat plants, that's why we drink Ningxia, that's why we take our supplements. We prevent, we do the things here. In fact, our people, some of them had some lung junk recently, right? And even you're oh, my throat, a little scratchy. Hell if I know, they could be coming down with typhoid, but it doesn't lay them out because of how we eat, because of how we do things. I don't even know. Their body's just doing what it's normally supposed to do. They're coughing up stuff. They're fevering out. It's good, get it out. done.
Right.
Okay. So what we want to share with you and what Zion's brilliant at talking to you about is antibiotics, modern medicine versus essential oils, how these compare and contrast, and really what they do. There is such a misconception about what essential oils do in the body. Hence why the FDA is like, stop saying this. It's just a misconception. And I think us as oilers tend to speak wrongly about it, and then it creates a lot of unbelief, right? So if you understand how essential oils work, how plants work in the body, there's no mystery. There would be a whole hell of a lot less skeptics. Don't you think, if people were just like, oh,
Yeah.
well, that makes sense. Okay, so you explained to me like what you were doing in the car when we were talking on the way home.
So as the video title says, modern meds are robots and oils are instructors. And what I mean by that is that contrary to the misconception, oils don't actually heal your body. They tell your body how to heal itself. Your body is very good at healing itself. I mean, that God wouldn't have designed a creature that can't find a way to heal, right? I mean, otherwise it would be dead in seconds.
Right.
So,
I mean, you're right.
So
exactly.
your body's you're not stupid, but in terms of your body's programmings. But oils act as a hormone to your body. Your hormones tell your body what to do, right? Same with oils.
Okay, say that slower, because when I was starting to do videos, I would talk really fast and people would miss it. That was really important what you said, so say it again.
So oils act as hormones. Hormones tell your body what to do. They don't do it for your body.
They tell it what to do. They're like the bossy mom to the kids.
Right, and they give it so it's a stimulus to your body to activate a certain part of your body that'll do it itself. And that way your body won't harm itself in the process because it knows how to do its thing without hurting itself. Antibiotics, however, and modern meds in general, override all protocol and do it themselves. Hence, robots. They'll kill. Antibiotic is, bio means life, so it's anti-life. They'll kill not only bad bacteria, but good bacteria. They're a little bit indiscriminate.
Which kind of irritates me because in doctors, the Hippocratic Oath, do no harm.
Right.
By prescribing modern medicine, antibiotics, antidepressants, they're essentially doing harm.
Right. Well, they're doing harm not to the person it's not a direct harm to the person itself, it's direct harm to the good bacteria that are essential to keeping that in turn keep the body healthy.
But if they're, go ahead.
So I guess it is technically harming you, but in a less direct sense than the disease is harming you. So
see, I told you he has a much balanced perspective. I'm like, dude, they're totally screwing with you.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry,
but...
I digressed you. Go ahead.
Anyway, so what they do, the problem there is that oils can work in your body because they can, think of your cells and organs like being locks, and they're the keys. They can get into your organs and cells and prompt them to do things because plant cells are very similar to animal cells, which we have, so it's not that much different for them. They know what to do. Antibiotics, however, will literally knock down cell walls to get into cells to do things, or push through your organs to get things done, because they're like the Terminator. They won't stop until all the bacteria is killed.
I remember he used to draw this picture, like, of the cell, that he would do the cell wall, or the cell membrane, excuse me, we don't have a cell wall, the cell membrane, and so the oil would go in gently like a sponge, right? Like it would just absorb into it and gently pass through, where the meds would just like blast through, but then in the process, it can chip off.
And then that's more fragments for your body to destroy, because your body has, part of your immune system, there are cells called macrophages that go around and eat essentially leftover debris and harmful pathogens. Which means they also have to clean up after the antibiotics, which taxes your immune system even more.
Okay, wait, so I just have to stop. I hope you guys are catching that. So when we take an antibiotic, it blows through, and yes, it fixes whatever the junk, the thing that's happening to your body. However, in the meantime, it throws off fragments that aren't supposed to be there in your body. So now your immune system is like, trying to do that, which is probably why people get secondary infections, possibly from taking the meds.
Yeah, think of
the side effects.
Right, if your troops are losing on the battlefield, think of your troops in your immune system. you send in a new general, the oils, to manage things. You don't nuke the entire battlefield.
Right. Right.
And then the problem is antibiotics aren't even effective for some things that people take them for, like the cold, the flu. The reason why is because antibiotics only target living things.
So why do people get, like, let's say Tamiflu, if they get the flu? Why would a doctor prescribe that? At $100 and something a pop.
Well, the expensive part is because of excessive government regulation and the insurance companies helping fix prices so they can get huge discounts for themselves. And then if you don't have insurance, the side effect is you're gonna have to pay a crap load of money that probably costs as much as your car.
Okay, so back to that then.
Back to that. So I don't know why they prescribe it for the flu, because doctors should know that they don't work. Because technically, the flu is caused by a virus, same with the cold and many other diseases. And viruses aren't technically alive. Can I tell them the reason why they're not alive?
I don't care.
First of all, some of them have DNA, some don't. The criterion to be alive, if I remember, is one, they have to have DNA. They have to be able to sense changes in their surroundings and respond to them, like you can run away from a car if it's about to hit you, like that. They have to be able to find some sort of fuel source, and they must be able to reproduce. Now, before you think that maybe Dwight, who's neutered, is technically dead.
Dwight's his dog, and he's the most perfect dog ever.
Yes, he's not dead because technically, while he can't produce more dogs, he can produce more cells. So
right.
Technically, he still meets say a mule meet the fourth criteria, meet the reproduction criteria. Viruses, the second area where they fail, even if they have DNA, they can't reproduce, which is why they break into your cells to hijack the machinery to produce more.
Okay.
So now, given that they're not alive, an antibiotic won't even work on them.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure what Tamiflu is. We should probably research that a little bit more. So real quick, can you then share, oops, sorry, I totally kicked that, about essential oils. Just go back to when you use essential oils, either before, during, or after some sort of condition that comes up in the body, what is that doing to your cells? And how is it helping your body?
As I said, it tells your body what to do so it can accelerate your body's own recovery. I mean, your body would recover on its own if allowed to, but the oils can speed up the process by acting as a stimulus. If you take it while you're fighting a disease, for example, then it'll stimulate your cells to go fight whatever pathogen it is. Because again, your body's smart. It knows which cells, bacteria, viruses, etc. should be in your body and which should not. And so it knows which ones to target. It just needs the oils or hormones or whatever to tell it to target them. So as long as you're taking enough oils to tell your body what to do, then you're fine. And by the way, 1 drop of oil contains enough molecules to cover each and every cell in your body with 400,000 molecules each. So just 1 drop a day is pretty sufficient. For, say 1 drop of thieves a day to fight the cold.
Here's me. I told people last night on our Bible study, dude, you guys should be using 100 drops a day.
Well,
I'll do some right now because I'm a little low.
In ancient times, so they would dump it on themselves,
That's what I mean. In ancient times,
right? If you've read the Old Testament, you'll see it oils literally running down their clothes.
Yeah.
And all other cultures did too. In Egypt, they would wear fat on their heads. I'm not making this up.
That's a true story.
They would mix fat and myrrh, like animal fat, unless they killed animals.
Hippopotamus fat, whatever.
Yeah, I think hippopotamus and camel, whatever. They'd wear on their heads like a cap, almost like a dunce, in the shape of a dunce cap. And they know this because they wrote about it, and it's depicted on some of the walls, like
the
tombs and whatnot. Yeah. It's depicted there. And they would let it run down in the sun so that the myrrh and the fat would protect them from sunburns.
That's really cool because myrrh...
it's gross, but it's cool.
It is cool. It's super gross. But it's cool because myrrh, I use it in our sunscreen. So we don't really use sunscreen anymore because we eat foods that boost our sunscreen. But myrrh is definitely got a sun barrier in it, or some sunscreen. Yeah. So
I got turned beet red last summer because I was out in the beach too long shirtless, so I got terribly sunburned.
White boy goes to the beach for the first time and was like, I'm just gonna sit here with no shit.
First time.
Well, since when we moved here.
So
you didn't grow up in California.
Yeah, and then they had to use frankincense, myrrh, and then this aloe plant Mom bought to
squeeze on you. That was awesome.
It worked.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Oh, one more thing.
I want to talk about the other meds besides antibiotics.
I was just gonna say the antidepressants.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
So that again, it doesn't tell your body what to do. It imposes its own will. Think of oils.
Hold on. Pause. Let's say someone's depressed and now they're like how Dad was on his crazy meds. So Dad goes in and gets whatever Zoloft, the little blob commercial guy, that whatever that medicine is, what is that doing in his body?
It's overriding it. It's overriding protocol. So your body will not. When you're happy, it's because your body's releasing serotonin and or dopamine. Those are the happy hormones in your head. So when those are being fired across the synapses in your brain, you feel happy. What antidepressants do, so if you're not getting enough serotonin or dopamine, you'll feel depressed. So your body will literally, so the antidepressant will literally force your brain to produce more, overriding every protocol, and just inject so much that you get all drugged up on serotonin and dopamine.
Okay, so then really we can't really say, because in PS it's not true. So I can't say like, oh, this 3 Wise Men oil that I just used, or even lavender, well, that is a form of a happy oil. What does that do? Just say it again, because I know you've said it already, but say it again. What do the oils do?
They tell your body what to do. And also for some oils, like some people, we all have our oils that we like and dislike, right?
Yeah.
Even for oils that aren't even meant to make you happy or whatever, be a happy oil, you can use it as such. Like I use orange and lemon for that because I like citrus. So it'll trigger that. So whenever I inhale it, the molecules in the citrus oils will trigger my brain to produce dopamine.
Yeah.
And it's like same thing with when you take 3 Wise Men.
Yeah.
What does it smell like? I don't think I ever had smelled.
It smells like heaven, I think.
I like it.
So that's funny. You've never used that one?
Nah.
So cedarwood, for example, people will say, well, cedarwood helps you sleep. Well, why does it help you sleep? Because when you smell cedarwood, when you diffuse it, when you apply it to the base of your neck, your brainstem back here, it tells your brain, to go and, hey, brain, this is going to trigger your brain's natural response to produce melatonin.
Right.
Your body already produces melatonin. It's supposed to do it. But for whatever reason, because we're constantly on our phones, we're in a screen, your brain, that shuts off that thing, right?
Right. It was learned in history that once people invented, first of all, indoor lighting, that worked pretty well, like the light bulb that we're using right now to get better lighting.
Right, because you can't have plain lighting on Facebook Lives because you don't want to look ugly.
Yeah. And then when we invented clocks, it would actually count the 9 hours, so it would count 24 hours a day. That may have actually... we may actually be sleeping worse than the ancients did because being able to be up that late and be up so early or even up all night has thrown off our body's natural rhythm. So for even our school system is ruining kids because
he just went there.
Yeah, because
oh god,
if you're my age, you're supposed to I'm not supposed to get sleepy till like 11. I wake up. I'm supposed to wake up like 7, 8, or 9. I wake up at 6. So I'm deliberately ruining my own sleep schedule so I can.
You wake up at 6. Why though?
So I can go to work.
Even though that's not true. So
I can go running and then get schoolwork done and all that.
When she can actually do all that anyway. Look, see, now we're gonna start arguing.
Yeah,
I tell you to sleep in, but no.
I'm like a reverse. I call myself a reverse procrastinator. Like procrastinators, like they won't do anything. Like, oh my god, I gotta do everything now. I'll have those phases in reverse.
I have the procrastination monkey in my brain.
Yeah, I try. Oh my gosh, I gotta do everything now, and then oh crap, now I'm bored.
And I'm like, oh, I have 5 minutes to get this done. I guess I better start working on it.
Yeah.
That's okay. All right. Anything else on antibiotics, medicine, antidepressants, and all that versus essential oils?
Nope.
Okay, so just to recap, essential oils do not heal the body. They are like, Google. I love that example that you gave. Tell them that.
So Google doesn't know anything.
Nothing.
Google knows people who know things.
That's right.
And so Google directs you to those websites. Like there are all those links that you can click on when you search for anything in Google. Like that's Google's example of knowing. Like Google just knows
Google's the middleman.
Yeah. Oils are the same thing. They don't heal your body. They tell your body how to heal itself.
Yep. Oils are like Google. They don't really know anything. They tell the body what to do. Your body knows everything. Your brain knows everything.
They just know how to contact your body.
Say again?
They just know how to signal.
They know how to signal it. Yes. And antibiotics, antidepressants, modern medicine. I call it modern medicine because it's just modern. It's new. It's practiced on. It goes in and just blasts through everything and kills all the stuff, good and bad. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool deal. Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
All right, guys. See you soon. Thank you for watching.